Greetings everyone, this is Non-Expert here back again with another video. Today we are going to be solving problem number 16 of our mini LeetCode challenge, and the problem that has been given to us today is the odd even linked list problem. Again, if you want to try solving this problem on your own, you can pause this video and check out the LeetCode link in the description below, and let's get started. So the problem statement is that given a singly linked list, group all the odd nodes together followed by the even nodes. Please note here that we are talking about the node number and not the values in the node. So basically a node number is this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, or if in this case this is also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on and so forth. So we need to do this grouping in place, and this should run in O1 space complexity and O(n) time complexity. So this is a very straightforward problem, and let's just go ahead and look at one of our examples. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And as you can see over here, the ones which are at the odd number are basically getting grouped together. So that is 1, 3, and 5 are first grouped together. And then you have 2 and 4 which are grouped afterwards. So basically, in essence, what we want to do is we want to maintain an odd pointer and an even pointer. And that's actually pretty straightforward itself. So using that approach, we can sort of, derive an implementation. So let's just go ahead and try to implement our solution. So we start with the base condition, and just that if nothing's been given to us, then we return nothing. Now the next condition that we have to usually take care of is we have to maintain pointers for odd and even. So the odd pointer is just going to be the head, and even is just going to be whatever's after the head, so head.next. So if I just quickly just copy this example which has been given to us over here and paste it over here. So what's going to happen is that I'm referencing odd at this particular value and even at this particular value. Now the way I'm going to go ahead with the iteration is odd is going to get updated with whatever is next to the even number, so that whatever's at the next is going to now be pointing towards 3 instead. It's a little difficult to like just represent that, but you sort of get the essence of it. And we're going to like do the same thing with even as well. So these guys will keep on switching forward as you move with our implementation. So if we have 1 which is pointing towards 3, and let me quickly do that. Let's just say this points um, downwards. Now what in essence needs to happen is that 2 needs to stop pointing towards 3 and needs to point towards 4. So we need to remove that, and the way we can sort of go about it is we look at whatever 3 is pointing at and then sort of use that as a reference. And essentially the way we can sort of think about this traversal is just by switching over the toggles and sort of maintaining that. One other thing which is really important is at the end of the entire iteration we want to make sure that we return in the head of the even number that we have. So we can save that as a temporary variable, and eventually after a while condition, which is I'm just going to give it as true for now, whenever that sort of breaks out, what we want to do is we want to make odd next as temp. So basically whatever you've got so far in your odd, you basically reference the even to that, and that just joins it together, and eventually just return head, which was the main guy that you were starting on. So let's go ahead and look at the even condition. So in essence, what we want to do is we want to put a break condition for when we don't have anything inside even, or when we don't have anything inside even.next. And that's pretty straightforward because you don't want to go ahead with something where you don't really have anything. One other thing which I actually like to do is that, even though this is not really necessary, is that you can maintain something as a toggle. The way a toggle would work is if it's on, it would say that hey, you want to do iterations on odd, and if it's false, then you want to do iterations on even. It's not really required, but it sort of gives you a good way to debug the code if you have any problems. So you have an if condition where you say that hey, if the toggle is on, then what I want to do is I want to update the odd elements. So what I say is odd.next needs to point towards whatever even.next is pointing at, and eventually I just update the odd variable or the odd reference. Otherwise, the opposite way, if I'm at even, then I want to like update whatever even.next is to whatever odd.next is. Basically update the reference of next of even to whatever odd is pointing at instead, and basically update even as well. So you keep on going ahead with this implementation, and the breakaway condition would basically be when you come at these values. So you either come at null over here or something else. And do note over here what's actually really important is that we're maintaining the even as a breakaway condition and not the odd. And that's just because even is going to be a little bit more faster because the jump is going to be quicker. Cool, and that's basically it. Again, you don't really need the toggle, but I just feel like it's a lot more easier to like think about the logic. Like if it's just true, then you do odd updates. Otherwise, if it's false, you do even updates. And let's just go ahead and update the toggle with every single iteration as well. So that's just a quick note of toggle. And let's just go ahead and run this solution. So hopefully this should run fine if I've written things correctly. And you can see that's running fine. And let's just go ahead and submit this, and hopefully this should get submitted as well. And also we can see the solution's been accepted. And this is a very straightforward problem, to be honest. If you get the idea like, hey, I want to maintain an odd reference and an even reference, um, attaching is pretty obvious. Like if you want to attach it, you want to maintain a temporary head. Toggle is just like something that you can use in order for you to deduce what you want to actually do. And that's basically it. Again, like you don't really need the toggle, you can remove it, but that's I just like to put it in just because it becomes a lot more easier for me to understand like, hey, if the toggle is on, update the odd, if it's not, update the even. And that's basically it. Cool. So if you did have any comments or there's something you didn't understand, you do leave it in the comment section below. I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. You guys have been awesome while talking about all your doubts. I'll try to get back to them as much as I can. But if you did like this video, do give a like and do subscribe to our channel. We are discussion over here, and we would love to have you on board with us. And if you've already subscribed, you're awesome. We all know it. And have an awesome day. Thank you.